If you are there now where you're thinking, I'm thinking about my business and I do need help answering the question, is my business funding ready? Like, that's what I want to discuss. Then book a strategy session with me or another member of the team here at We Lend It, because these conversations that we have today can be the foundation that sets you up for where you're going 6 months from now, 12 months from now, 18 months from now. There is no shame in knowing where to start. If anything, that's the wisest thing that you can do right now if you are thinking about business funding. Hi, my name is Sylvia. I am a business funding specialist here at We Lend It, and I'm really excited about what I do. I'm really passionate about what I do, and I personally have a real passion for working with women who are 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, helping them get access to the capital that they need to start their businesses, grow their businesses, and get out of high interest debt. I'm also working with women at the beginning of the journey with strategy sessions, talking about what needs to be true in order for me to qualify for business funding. Where am I at today? What is the roadmap? What are the steps? I'm excited about that work. I look forward to talking more about that here on my LinkedIn channel. And I look forward to hearing from you whether you're ready today or want to talk about getting ready. Book a call with me. I look forward to potentially working with you. Sometimes there's a difference between the amount of funding that you want and the amount of funding that you currently qualify for today. So I'm going to give you 6 questions to ask yourself to help you determine how funding ready are you. Question 1. Is your business generating revenue, and is it revenue that the banks can actually see? Lenders aren't sitting across from you listening to your vision for the business. They're looking at documents. They're looking for evidence. So ask yourself, does the financial picture of my business support the story I'm telling about my business? Let me stop here with a quick story. So one of our applications that we had would ask, how much are you making in the business? And there were different drop downs for different options of how much money you're making in the business. And what I'm saying is, can the financial documents, can the evidence, can the business documents that I'm going to show the lenders, can those support the story that you're telling when you click the drop down? So what would happen is I would have applicants click on there that they were making between $50,000 and $75,000 a month. We would hop on the call and they would say, oh no, well, that's what I know I can make 6 months from now, 8 months from now, once I get the funding. No. The story that you're telling about your business, how much money you're generating, what we're asking for, how much does the evidence support? What is the story when we look at the documents? Now, many of you know that I recently closed a $200,000 business line of credit, and the story that business owner was telling was, he was saying to me he made, let's say, $100,000 a month into the business account. When I asked for those business bank statements, the story that the business bank statements supported the story that the application had. So that's what we're saying. Does the financial picture of your business, the actual documents, does that support the story that you're telling about your business? Now, here's where it gets interesting, because revenue alone doesn't necessarily mean that you're funding ready. Let's say your business deposits $30,000 every month. Great. But what's happening to that money? Are you constantly overdrafting? Are your ending balances extremely low? Do you already have significant debt payments coming out? A lender may look at your deposits, your average ending daily balance, your negative days, your existing obligations, and your overall cash flow. So don't just ask, how much money does my business make? The second question I want you to ask is, what does the way I manage the money say about the health of my business? Because a healthy business can have $30,000 coming in every month, but the amount going out every month is maybe $15,000. So that at the end of the month, there's still $15,000 sitting in the account. So the second question that I want you to ask to determine how funding ready your business is What does the way I manage the money say about the health of my business? Third, and this is especially important to newer businesses, how strong is your personal financial profile? Depending on the funding product, the business isn't the only thing being evaluated. You may be evaluated too. And for newer businesses, you're definitely going to be evaluated because your personal credit, your credit utilization, your available credit, your existing debt, your income, those are the things that are going to determine how much capital you're going to have access to, especially if you are a newer business. So if you don't have the years of banking documents just yet, don't automatically assume that you have no funding options. Your personal financial strength may open doors that the business itself can't open yet. And that is why we specialize in 0% APR funding here at We Lended, because we are able to leverage your personal credit profile to get you access to the capital to start your business. Number 4, how long have you actually been in business? That's what I want you to ask yourself. And I want to make an important distinction here. Having an LLC doesn't necessarily mean you have an operating business. You may have registered the business name 6 months ago, but have you made a sale? Do you have customers? Is there any money flowing through the business? Do you have proof that people will actually pay for what you're selling? Because there comes a point where the question isn't, how do I fund this? The question is, have I proven this yet? And those are two very different problems to solve. Now here, number 5, this is one of my favorite questions to ask entrepreneurs. If I deposited $50,000 into your business account tomorrow, what exactly would you do with those funds? Not, I'm going to grow. Tell me how. Are you buying inventory? Are you hiring? Are you running an already tested marketing campaign? Are you purchasing equipment? Are you opening another location? And then tell me, does spending that $50,000 create the money to repay it? If you can't answer those questions yet, that's important information. When I hop on business funding calls with applicants, I'm going to ask, what are you going to be using the money for? And let me tell you, the most successful clients I have worked for, they have an answer. I'll just leave it at that. The most successful entrepreneurs who I work with, when you ask them, okay, so what are you going to be using the money for? They can tell you exactly what they're going to use it for. Hey, I've been spending XYZ on this, and now I'm ready to rev it up because we've seen this result with that, and so we're wanting to put XYZ amount of dollars into this. Or they're saying, yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm looking to purchase equipment because we've been renting it for $2,000 a month, and these jobs have already paid us this amount, and so we're looking for XYZ to purchase this piece of equipment. So, number 5, I'm going to repeat that question for you. If we were to deposit $50,000, $10,000, $150,000 into your business account today, what exactly are you going to use it for? Because here's something that I've learned from building businesses and now working with entrepreneurs who are looking for access to money. Money is an accelerator. Better said, money is what speeds up the thing that is already working, right? And an accelerator, the thing that speeds it up, doesn't decide which direction you're going. They just help you get there faster. So if you have a proven offer, you have customers, you have healthy margins, and a clear growth strategy, then money may help accelerate what's already working. But if you haven't figured out your offer, if you don't know where you're going to get your customers from, if your margins don't work just yet, more money doesn't automatically solve those problems. It can make expensive problems bigger. Okay? So here's the final question, and maybe the most important one. What needs to be true for you to qualify for the funding you actually want? Maybe you need another 6 months of revenue history. Maybe you need healthier ending balances. Maybe you need to reduce your credit utilization. Maybe you need to prove that people will buy your offer. Or maybe funding isn't actually your next step. And that's okay, because now you know what to work on, right? Now you know what to work on. So that's why when someone asks me, how much funding can I get? I think that's a great place to start. Let's find out. Because even if the answer isn't the number you were hoping for, you've learned something incredibly valuable. You've established where you're starting from. And once we know where you are today, we can start figuring out what needs to happen to get you where you're trying to go. And I look forward to hearing from you if you meet any of these qualifications, whether you're ready today or want to talk about getting ready. Book a call with me. I look forward to potentially working with you. Bye.